Okay, August. Hey guys, welcome back. Happy August and happy book drop day for Aardvark. I am so excited to see what their picks are for August. So let's go ahead and just dive in and see what they got. Okay, so we have 6 picks this month. I'm just gonna start here at Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle. It says horror, 298 pages. Misha knows that chasing success in Hollywood can be hell, but finally, after years of trying to make it, his big moment is here. An Oscar nomination. And the executives at the studio for his long-running streaming service just know the thing to kick off his career to the next level. Kill off the gay characters for the algorithm in the upcoming season finale. Misha refuses, but he soon realizes he's just put a target on his back. And what's worse, monsters from his horror movie days are stalking him and his friends through the hills above Los Angeles. Okay, yeah, because it's a horror novel. Wild. Okay. Haunted by his past, Misha must risk his entire future before the horrors from the silver screen find a way to bury him for good. Are like actual like fictional like horror characters chasing him through this? I'm kind of interested. I do like the cover. I think it's so cute that they put the little Aardvark A in the A in gaze. That is so cute. I love how they like incorporate their little mascot into the covers. That's so cute. 4.40, that's really good. This came out July 9th. So last month. That might be a library pick for me. Okay, so what do I want to do next? Let's go with Catalina. Ooh, I love how it turns green. Oh, I never noticed that. It changes different colors when I highlight different ones. Wow, love that. Okay. Okay, debut novel, literary fiction. A year in the life of the unforgettable Catalina, a wickedly wry and heartbreakingly vulnerable student at an elite college. Forced to navigate an opaque past, a uncertain future, tragedies on 2 continents, and the tantalizing possibilities of love and freedom. When Catalina is admitted to Harvard, feels like the fulfillment of destiny. A miracle child escapes death in Latin America, moves to Queens to be raised by her undocumented grandparents, becomes one of the chosen. But nothing is simple for Catalina, least of all her own complicated, contradictory, ruthless, probing mind. That's a mouthful. Now a senior, she faces graduation in a world that has no place for the undocumented. Her sense of doom intensifies her curiosities and desires. So Catalina is craving a great romance. She finds herself drawn to a fellow student, an actual budding anthropologist eager to teach her about the Latin America world she was born into, but never knew, even as her life in Queens begins to unravel. Every day the clock ticks closer to the abyss of life after graduation. Can she save her family? Can she save herself? What does it mean to be saved? I'm surprised it's very short. So it sounds like there's a lot going on, but it's only, well, that said 199 pages. This says 224, 3.76 in terms of stars. Doesn't really sound like my type of novel. It sounds good, like coming of age, but I'm not really super keen on reading about like college age students. Let's do this one next. Look in the Mirror. It's like a good old thriller. Yes, it is. Nina, still grieving from the loss of her father, discovers she has inherited property in the British Virgin Islands. Oh, a vacation home she never knew existed until now. The house is extraordinary, state-of-the-art, all glass and marble. Okay. How did her sensible father come into enough money for this? Why did he keep it from her? What else was he hiding? Probably a lot. Maria, once an ambitious medical student, is a nanny for the super rich. The money is better, and so are the destinations where her work takes her. Just one more gig and she'll be set. Finally, she'll be secure. When her wards never show, Maria begins to make herself at home, spending her days luxuriating by the pool and the sauna. There's just one rule: don't go in the basement. Okay. That room is off limits, but her curiosity might just get the better of her. Soon she'll wish her only worry is not getting paid. Is Maria also in the house that Nina is in that she's inherited? Came out July 30th. Thriller, of course, 320 pages, 3.87. I'm just very curious how the two stories kind of come together, right? 3 more. So let's do this one because I actually know about this one. Mistress of Lies. This is going to be... Oh, I don't remember which book box it is, but there is a book box that is doing a special edition of this, I believe. And I think I skipped because I wasn't really that interested in the book. And it's a part of a series, and I'm not super keen on wanting to start a new series right now. Spice level 3 of 5. Okay, I didn't know it was an open door book. That might change my mind a little bit. Fate is a cruel mistress. The daughter of a powerful but disgraced blood worker, Shan has spent her entire life perfecting her blood magic, building her network of spies, gathering every scrap of power she could. Now, to protect her brother, she assassinates her father, takes her place at the head of the family, and that's only the start of her revenge. Samuel is a bastard with a terrible gift. When he stumbles upon the first victim of a magical serial killer, he's drawn into the world of magic and intrigue. He's worked so hard to avoid and is pulled deeply into the ravenous and bloodthirsty court of the Vampire King. So tasked by the Eternal King to discover the identity of the killer, cutting a bloody swath through the city, Samuel, Shan, and mysterious blood worker Isaac find themselves growing ever closer to each other, but Shan's plans are treacherous as she lures Samuel into her complicated web of desire, treason, and vengeance. He must decide if the good of their nation is worth the cost of his soul. That sounds so dramatic. It sounds so interesting, but I'm not sure if I want to take the plunge on it. I just feel like there are so many like fantasy vampire romance type books out there. They really didn't even talk about the vampires at all that much. But let's see, it's coming out August 13th. 432 pages according to Goodreads. Let's see here. What's next? Let's do The Bright Sword. Ooh, 670 pages! Okay, a gifted young knight named Colum arrives at Camelot to compete for a spot on the Round Table, only to find he's too late. The king died 2 weeks ago. At the Battle of Calman, leaving no heir, and only a handful of knights at the Round Table survive. They aren't the heroes of legend like Lancelot or Gawain. They're joined by Numi, who is Merlin's apprentice until she turned on him and buried him under a hill. Together, this ragtag fellowship will set out to rebuild Camelot in a world that has lost its balance. This sounds quirky. I don't know if it's intending to go for quirky, but it sounds quirky, and I like that. But Arthur's death has revealed Britain's fault lines, God has abandoned it, and the fairies and monsters and old gods are returning. Led by Arthur's half-sister Morgan Le Fay, kingdoms are turning on each other, warlords lay siege to Camelot. It's up to Colum and his companions to reclaim Excalibur, solve the mysteries of this ruined world, and make it whole again. But before they can restore Camelot, they'll have to learn the truth of why the lonely, brilliant King Arthur fell, and lay to rest the ghosts of his troubled family in Britain's dark past. That is a mouthful. It's so long though, in my opinion. I like to stay in that soft spot between like 300 and 400 pages. Once you start going to like pushing 700, I'm like, that's a commitment. 4.15 came out July 16th. I'm curious, but I don't know if that's like the type of book that I would be interested in. So far I don't know if I have any of these books I want to commit to buying. I think so many of them sound so interesting, but I'm so hesitant. The Truth According to Ember. Oh, we have a romance. We love that. Open door, 3 out of 5. Let's go. I love that. Ember has not always been a liar. Well, not for anything that counted at least. But her job search is not going well. When her resume is rejected for the 37th time, she takes matters into her own hands. She gets creative listing her qualifications and answers the ethnicity question on applications with a lie. A half fly, technically. No one wanted Native American Ember, but white Ember has just landed her dream accounting job on Park Avenue, Oklahoma City, that is. Accountant Ember thrives in corporate life, and her love life seems to be looking up to Danica Colson, the IT guy and fellow native who caught her eye on the first day, seems to actually be interested in her too. Despite her unease over the no dating policy at work, they start to see each other secretly, which somehow makes it hotter. But when they're caught in a compromising position on a work trip, a scheming colleague blackmails Ember, threatening to expose their relationship. As the manipulation continues to grow, so do Ember's lies. She must make the hard decision to either stay silent or finally tell the truth, which could cost her everything. I feel like they told me everything that's gonna happen in the book in the synopsis. But let's see here. So, okay, coming out August 6th, 4.20, so it's doing pretty good. I mean, it sounds good. I'm conflicted. I think that there are some really interesting sounding picks, but I'm not sure if I want to commit to any of them and purchase them. I'm gonna have to really think about this one. I'm curious to know your thoughts. What do you think about the picks in the comments down below? Which ones are you picking potentially for your box? Let me know. But that's it for me today, guys. As always, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.